Welcome to Caching Waves. This is an Elliott Wave update for Creditcoin. I just wanted to bring this to your attention because I saw it today on my crypto screener. It's got a nice setup as a potential 1-2-1-2. But I wanted to give you the info of why it can be difficult sometimes to find setups for low liquidity coins. So this one's currently ranked 293 on CoinGecko. Circulating supply of 317 million currently. So it has a lot of room for growth and it won't really impact the size of it too much. As you can see, pretty low circulating supply. But the issue is when you start looking at different charts, you can get some inconsistencies. You can see we had quite a blow off top here, peaked around, I think $8 or something. I can't get quite on there. But it came down to like 13 cents. But the important thing is if you look at the low over here on the 3-month, it looks like we made 5 waves to the upside. It's like a double top or a 3-wave move, and we made a flat. So it looks pretty good to the upside. This is the setup I was talking about as a diagonal and a second 1-2 potential. You can see right here. But the issue I'm having is I go to other crypto charts. This is the issue. And we didn't make a higher high, as you can see. It's more looking like a, in the middle of a correction, perhaps in a flat to the upside, which is another reason I'm interested in it, because I think the direction goes both ways at this point. If this is a 3, we're making a 3, looking for 5 waves up as like a flat before correcting again to the downside. So upside target's up around $1 right now. But as of right now, I'm trading on MEXC, and this one actually made a higher high. So difficult to know which one to go with. Probably CoinGecko, but if you guys have better idea about what charts to go with when we have low liquidity and not a lot of history on markets, I'd love to hear it. It'd be much appreciated. But as of right now, considering this as the potential low, and again, this can just be part of a correction as an ABC, so keeping that in mind. Where this is our A, B, looking for 5 waves to the upside before we come back in the middle of a correction. But for now, I'm just trading this setup. So considering this as a potential low, mark that off at 45.02. Deep retracement, but this is a nice looking wave as a diagonal. And you can see we corrected back in a complex correction, most likely WXY, and we have 5 waves up again. And the important thing, which if you remember pretty much all my video trade setups I say, is look for more of a sideways consolidation than an impulse to the downside. And because we're trending sideways here, it switches probabilities that our next move is to the upside. The only way that would be different is if this ended up being like a leading diagonal. We come up and then we collapse. But it looks good right now. I'd like to see this order block hold as support. One thing to keep in mind is this 1-to-1, this 1-2-1-2. The extension came between the 100 and 1.236 of the previous wave, which means it could be potentially pretty bullish if this labeling is correct as a 1-2-1-2. Way back when I was following Solana did this too. Not comparing this coin to Solana, just the pattern, but sometimes we get those higher than expected second wave ones. And if we stick to log scale here, you can see targets eventually at that $1 mark, which was just above that previous high as a potential C wave in a B wave of a flat. So as of right now, this one, because there's so little history, I'm just playing the next move. This is my setup right now, looking for 5 waves. And if we hit linear scale, we'd more be targeting around 80, 81 cents for our third wave to top. So not too different of targets, but we'll have to pan that out and see which fibs we hit to get better accuracy in the future on this coin. This is on the 4-hour chart. Go down to the 1 hour. I already entered this. I literally just entered it right now. Could come a little more down. Hard wave count to consider, but it looks like we're moving in threes. Could get a little more downside. This looks like a 3, potentially a flat here, and maybe finishing up in a diagonal. But I'd like to see recovery soon within the next day or two to get moving. I entered right now. Stop is at the 6.6. That's what I use sometimes when I don't want to give it too much room. I want it to hold above this order block area for support and at the previous wave 1 high. I don't want it to come too deep. So I'm putting it at my stop at 50.3 cents, and I entered just right now. So yeah, it looks like we come a little bit down. Let's see where our 1-to-1 is on that. If we get a WXY. Yeah, about 50.8. It depends. It's hard to know what the structure is, obviously, until it finishes up. But it looks good right now. We got our divergence, slight divergence there on our 5th of the wave 1. So everything matches as it should here. But yeah, that's my entry. Got in literally right now. Stop at the 6.6. Targeting the 2.2382 at the moment. So just about a 10-to-1, depending where you take profit right now at the moment. But just a trade I wanted to show you. Looks good. This is what you want to see at bottoms with 1-2, 1-2. You really want them to hold previous resistance as support in this area. So again, I don't want to give it too much room. That's why I put my stop at the 6.6. Give it time to go. Looks like the proper amount of time for our corrections. Looks very good. All right, guys, that's it for Creditcoin. If I spot any more today, I'll let you know. Just checking out my screeners right now.